new ideas for urban living are going to be crucial, arguably, if we want a long-term wealth and well-being for society as a whole.
Why are so many central business districts utterly soulless and dead? Why are big new developments like Songdo in Korea apparently designed more for robots than for human beings? Why, in one of the biggest recent German developments, did the local paper say there was more life in the local cemeteries than in what they'd just built? So what interests me in the next few years is how we get to a different way of thinking about two things, really. One is what should be the interaction of, as it were, the top-down plans of powerful people with money, developers, architects, planners, on the one hand, and the people who are constantly remaking cities from the ground up. And the second thing, which I think we need, is something perhaps almost a new profession. We have very powerful professions in this room: construction engineering, architecture, planning, and so on. But I wonder whether we don't need a different kind of profession which integrates that understanding of physical things and the much greater understanding in the last 10 or 20 years of the energy and material aspects of physical design, to integrate that on the one hand with understanding the virtual world and the opportunities created by digital technologies, and thirdly, how you integrate that with understanding human beings. Sociology, psychology, the understanding of dynamics, what makes people feel at home somewhere.
There are many factors why people stick to their cars. First of all, there's usually no single transport system that will take them door to door. And they don't like walking, presumably, or it'll take too long. Public transport is too crowded, it's noisy, it's socially intrusive, and very often, because of the crowdedness, uncomfortable. So what can technology do to help their behaviour? Let me mention a few things. First, a low-tech solution that, for the fit and healthy, that helps to solve some of these problems, and that's bicycles. And we're doing brilliantly with bicycles. Boris's bicycles work very well. But most importantly to me, they indicate what we might do with cars. Small electric cars, about a third of the size of our average car, that would be parked in high-density bespoke car parks where their batteries would be automatically charged, and these cars would be publicly owned.
Well, I want to talk about urban futures for people living in smaller towns, especially peripheral seaside towns. Where are their pathways to success? And I think education-led regeneration is an essential, if not sufficient, part of the answer to that question. University centres are campuses of established universities joining up education streams and working closely with local businesses to offer three things that are a bit different from the mainstream offer. First of all, life-centred course structures. Secondly, a career-focused education from day one. And thirdly, and very importantly, a professional and vocational focus with accredited courses. Rolled out across our coastal towns, university centres jointly planned with local communities and closely connected to support for local business growth will create transformational pathways for local people.
We build houses. This is a scheme that we've just completed in Swindon. We're building in Swindon, Stroud, Oxford, Chippenham, and one or two other places in the West Country, I hope. We have several hundred homes to build now. These houses here are designed by Glen House Associates. They're built out of hempcrete. They've got carbon into them. They're highly efficient buildings, and they're built to standard housing association budgets. That's about £108 a square foot. We give our residents, whether they're owners or they're renters, we give them a shared ownership of the public ground. They share between them ownership of the kitchen garden, the polytunnels, the play space here, as you see, the benches, the community barbecue, the hand pump that pulls all the water up from the crated well below. And through that, we believe that gives them an increased sense of ownership of space, but also it helps reduce maintenance costs of schemes. We believe that landscape architecture, the public realm, the stuff that happens in between the buildings is as important, if not more so, than the architecture itself in terms of creating social sustainability. Thank you.